My shoes seem to stand for people. They seem to have this capacity to take the marks of the body, that as you walk about in your shoes, you will probably walk rather differently, if you go from sort of high heels to slippers and so on. That we change our shoes, when we finish work, we may put on our slippers when we get home and so on. So the changing of shoes is very much associated with moving between different parts of our lives. So those were the ideas that seemed interesting and worth exploring. And I think asking as well, what's the relationship between, say, Cinderella's magic slippers? None of us are under any illusions that a change of shoes is going to affect that kind of transformation. But if you look at shoe designers and shoe advertising, particularly the high end, often the claims made, the promises are huge. It's like shoes can completely transform your outfit. They can make you the woman of your dreams. In some ways, it's a good research topic because rather than having to sort of corner people, people come forward. People are interested in the whole shoe thing, and in a sense, that's part of the project. Why are shoes of such fascination for many people? Why do they like to come? When we give academic papers, presentations, we always seem to get a whole room full of people who, wouldn't necessarily turn out for other topics. So there's something about them that's appealing to people.
Then went on to do in-depth case studies with people for a year, where we did a number of activities. There were 3 interviews. The first one was video recorded, and it was in the participants' home, and I asked them to go through their shoes. So they basically talked me through all of their shoes. And as Jenny said earlier, some people kind of thought they weren't going to have very much to say, but as soon as the shoes came out, it seemed to prompt memories and stories, and especially stories about childhood and when they were younger, but also about relationships with other people, especially with parents and siblings and close friends. So they seem to be objects that really do kind of hold this meaning for people to use. And participants did a shoe key where they recorded all of the shoes that they own and wrote a little bit about them. And every participant has said that they were surprised at how many pairs they had when they actually sat down and did an inventory of it effectively. So everyone had more than they thought they would. And participants have also done a shoe log, which is when they have kept a record for 3 weeks to 4 weeks. And it's a record that they keep every day of when they change their shoes through the course of the day. And that's a really interesting way to look at, well, it gives you a real insight into people's lives and what they're doing through the course of the day. But also the times when people feel the need to change shoes and why they're doing that and what the purpose is for them for changing the shoes.